Okay, this is our map. This is Silverbean, and we, alongside our allies, are on a roll right now. So I just wanted to capture the naval battle. Sorry, my base is still in the truck mode. I'm trying to drive my way into the water, so I'm pretty far still. It will take me a long time to reach there. So basically what you do is you start the attack on a base with the armored destroyer, a mortar scan, see how fast it goes down. Then you have the aircraft carriers and the Liberty missile destroyers, and the base pretty much flies like that. Solo game is very hard in Navy so far from what I have seen. You really have to be like really strong to be able to take out bases one on one. You will suffer like losses you can take out obviously, but reserves like are not worth it and all that. But if you make fleets, if you make army groups like aircraft carriers of armor destroyers in the front, aircraft carriers in the back, and they are protected by a little bit some submarine and all that, and then you have like guided missile destroyers, and guided missile destroyers are like just like artillery, so they're the damage dealers. These quite easy bases. Just as one here. Navy does cost a lot of reserves, so that's why you have to play in like large fleets and all that. Unfortunately, the reserve capacity and recovery rate is still the same. They should have like increased with the introduction of Navy. Maybe they'll introduce the technologies in the research later, but they could have like increased the base reserves cap with the introduction of Navy right away. Because having a new branch and having the same amount of reserves is just not fair, in my opinion. By the time I'll reach there, everyone would be gone. But I'm glad. I don't have a strong navy, I just have a submarine, which is not that useful in the current meta. You're better off with a like armor destroyer and guided missile destroyer from Liberty Camp than having a submarine. Submarine can be useful and handy if you are like sneaking your way into waters and maybe park the submarine at a place where the recruits are going from, like recruited ships are coming from, enemy supply lines basically, and you keep killing them in the path without them noticing. So sniping is pretty good on submarines. They're light tank, they are fast, they can run away. But once caught, they can't fight head to head. I have entered the waters, I believe, because where am I? Yep, I am in the waters. Finally. Why are we not taking Princess out? Oh, actually, she went into Hezbollah. Okay. So they went into Hezbollah, and by the time you are in Hezbollah, Operation Hezbollah, your bases can't be attacked. So the players that are not in Hezbollah are going to get attacked now. Guy got caught in truck mode. That's pretty bad. At least in base mode you can get some kills. In truck mode you are just feeding other clans. Navy is fun, but they have to increase the reserves capacity by a lot. It's fun, it is good in my opinion, but it delays the whole progress of the game, because if you want to develop naval units, then you have to sacrifice your ground or air units in the development. If you want to develop ground and air units as a beginner from scratch, you can't develop into navy. So like it prolongs the game even longer. You will maybe need an extra year now to get 9.2 naval units. I mean, the players that have been playing this game for a long number of time, like since years, they might not face this problem. They will have enough resources at their disposal and everything to just instantly upgrade everything. But a lot of players that don't have ground officers yet, just starting out this game, now they'll have the naval officers on. In addition, they'll have so much like naval units and all that they'll have to develop instead of like focusing on the ground units. So there's a catch. We are pretty we are doing pretty good. 29 to 11 in this conquest. Our allies and we. Actually, our side, this is my alliance. So what on ground we have been able to get to the blockhouse and keep SLTB at bay, which have fought really hard and good, and they have some strong players. That's who we are fighting in sea as well, because they have been pushing against AwG, which are our faction allies, and alone it was hard for like AwG to counter them, so we had to step in because they have some big guns. Like this guy is really strong, almost 70 million power in the navy, and probably the highest in our whole map. His armored destroyers is like 2.83 million, so quite strong. But together we can beat them, like with the allies and everything. So in ground we have been able to keep them at bay. We can defeat like TKTC as well. We have like charged on them and took this ocean once. But we dropped the idea because we have to manage our reserves. So if we keep jumping places and keep trying to fight SLTB on this front, and we even got to this lighthouse, close to this lighthouse at one point of time, and we took this ocean fort, but we let go of this side, the sea side. It's not that important. We have to focus on the blockhouse. So we are managing our reserves efficiently now, because the enemies are planning to like all come on this side. There are other clans on this side as well. They'll probably be making their central command here. So we expect a big fight on this front. Therefore, we are keeping our reserves in check and not pushing too hard on this sea, which we can if we really want to. Because SLTB is stronger than TKTC in ocean and on land. And if we can keep them at bay, we can definitely handle TKTC as well. But TKTC hasn't been able to like go to ground. ANX has controlled them. ANX is our allies, so they are pretty much locked inside their safe zone, and they have just expanded into sea. On the other hand, IEF were quite strong, but SPT and LWG were able to manage them and contain them inside safe zone too. So they haven't been able to make any grounds as well. SPT has managed their side. And on the third front, AWG were pretty good in the start, and they managed to like limit Devil to their safe zone. So SLTB is probably like on this our side at least. They have put on a very good fight. They took this military laboratory once, and they multiple times they like were able to push down even to here, like build up to here their villages and everything. But we, with allies and everything, we kept doing the counter attack on them, and we were able to push back. And now they were pushing on the sea, so our alliance has gone there to push on the sea. So I just wanted to give you people the update from my map. I usually cover. Well, it's long travel time. Okay, where's the fight? Okay, here is. I think it's better to focus on having one unit. Armored destroyer and guided missile destroyer are probably the safest options right now. Aircraft carriers are okay as well, but uh, I think it's better if you go for armored destroyers and guided missile destroyers, because guided missile destroyers are like artillery, and armored destroyers of mortar camp are like super heavy. So if you have like armored destroyers, you can like fight in the sea because they're strong enough they can take damage tank hits. And if you have guided missile destroyers, your base can deal a little more damage given it's like artillery. So but like ground, every base falls. If you have a large enough fleet, every base is going to go down. The attack got started off by a missile destroyer, which is wrong, like Liberty Camp. You should always start it with the armored destroyers. But the base went down pretty quick. Okay, let's go to the legendary dominion and see what's up there. S21 and their allies were not in a good position. They have been able to get one C side. 27 and T built their CC here, and the 13 clan has built their CC, and they've progressed all the way up to the top from there up to the KJK lighthouse. But 300 are pushing really hard down here. There were a lot of bases here, so 300 clan are really pushing hard on F2P. This is F2P territory. F2P has played very like nicely, I believe, at least in the ocean part. They were the first one to take the ocean fort and go all the way down with the help of obviously S21. They were 300 and S40 here as well in the start, and they were able to push back. But eventually F2P were able to like take this area with the help of their allies and everything. So they have all like S21, F2P, the 13 clan, they're all here on this side, and 2027 and T as well. So they have all been trying to play together, but S40 has charged all their way inside deep into their territories with their allies, of course. S40 have quite strong bases. There have been some fights happening here. I saw some earlier. Doesn't look like much fighting is going on right now. Yeah, just casual some groups in here and there for defense maybe. No, actually there is fight going on. Yeah. S21 are on the charge, which I haven't seen a lot, to be honest. It's S40 that has been making all these big massive groups, And some of the S40 members are right now in Operation Hejma. This is probably the perfect time to take out some of the bases. Standard is a strong base, I believe. 731 million land power. The reason S40 dominates map is because of their massive groups. They're very good at making groups. They have overall higher average power players, but like S21 has massive individual players. Like I have no money counts and everything. But the problem is S21 has a lot of individually strong players that play individual game, and S40 are a lot of players that play team game. So this is the difference. This is why S40 won the last C4 as well, quite like clearly, because their teamwork is better when it comes to maintaining and making groups, army groups. The ground fighting is always fun to watch, especially in the legendary division where everything is like close to maxed or maxed. Are there gonna be any action? S40 have been able to like surround this Raman land base, which they shouldn't have been able to take, in my opinion, because S40 is like here. They all went all the way down from here and took this Raman land base. So they have been dominating this map. AE44 are their allies, S40's allies. 27 anti had to abandon their area. 300 is dominating. They've gone all their way up to like here. KJK are not that strong. They were allies of S21 in the previous C4 in San Francisco, but in this one they're allied with S40, so they have done fairly better job, I believe. But overall, they are not a strong alliance. Like they have few players, obviously, but overall they are not that strong. This is the leader of S40. Yeah, that's him. See, the few individual players are quite strong. Dr. M is like the highest guy I've seen in this game. Like, he stays above 1 billion without any buffs. Where did the groups go? Okay, they are here, but they're not attacking anything. I should probably go back to my map. Oh my god, I'm getting attacked. See, this is the problem of. Where is my command truck? Damn it. The problem with seeing other maps is because when you're getting attacked, the light, the screen didn't flash red. This is something you have to keep into account.
Set depth for surface target engagement. Set depth for surface target engagement.
Can I catch him? Glad I came back because I would have lost all my base HP. Where did he come from?
Our garrison will defend us.
He will stop somewhere. He can't see my submarines. Why is he going on this direction? There's nothing. Maybe he has base here somewhere. It's like their alliance base are on that side. Okay, he got caught now. I will die probably. My submarines are not that strong. This is the problem with submarines. This is why I should have like
Engine damage.
made
Unable to
armor
fly
destroyers.
deeper.
You can only like kill sub with something with
Approaching.
submarines
Crush depth. Training order
if
confirmed.
they don't engage you head on. Anyways, this was our map. Are we fighting anywhere? Okay. Here are the fleets and everything. How much base SP? I lost 16%. That's bad. Okay. I usually always like change the resources because you always get more of the other type than you're giving up. And rest this stuff depends up to you what you want to buy. I go up to 100 into I usually don't buy maybe once because I save trying to save resources because look, if I was a player that is maxed out or like have been playing this game for 3 years and have a lot of resources at my disposal and my ground buildings are complete and I just like fortified walls and everything and nothing else left and my research is pretty good, then I would be buying like half of this stuff, but I can't right now. This is the problem. If I spend like 2 million cash and just 240 of these, 2 million cash is more important for me right now. So it all depends on the stage of game you are, what are your goals, what are your aims, and everything. Okay, this video has gone for far too long, I believe. I just wanted to quickly capture some naval battles in Aegean and I don't want to like prolong this video a long time.
Commander, your troops are ready.
Let's end this video here. I hope you enjoyed some of the fight, at least you saw.